fans are ready to knock them off course. The Bruins will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Buys just enough space across the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So LSU's offense will take the field first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
The Bruins offense will take the field for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Need 10 yards on this third down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. Under fire. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. And the Bruins will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching.
Oh, he's got some space. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
So now it's 2nd and long. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here, trusting your quarterback.
He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Army managed to avoid a bitter defeat by scratching out a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some around West Point had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Looking left. Holds it in. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Really nice looking pass. When I think back to the history of UCLA quarterbacks, I think about guys carving up defenses in the Rose Bowl in the perfect weather conditions with the gorgeous San Gabriel Mountains as a backdrop. And this guy right here, man, he's lighting defenses up this season, throwing it too. And in this game, he seems like he's dialed in.
Pulls it in. It's Moran. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Right on the money. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. And the Bruins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Throws to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. They'll play it safe and try for 3. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll bring him to within 4.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. UCLA will go back to work on offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Lewis to throw. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Quarterback on the keeper. Creates a little space. Breaks into the open. And he'll be brought down.
And And this defense knew coming into the game with this quarterback's speed, David, they were going to have to be ready for him to tuck the ball and take off running.
But it doesn't matter. You know it, but he's so fast. You don't know about the angles, and you can't tell how fast he can get in the game. And he just takes off and makes big plays with his feet.
That's got to feel really good for this quarterback. It's early in the game, so these third downs are big. You're trying to get your offense into a rhythm and a flow. Nice job reading the defense. A beautiful pass.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Wide receiver going in motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
But how about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that play.
And the field goal unit is on the field. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That brings them to within one. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The give out of the gun. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's first down from the 48. They're going to ride this running back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. They'll wrestle it down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Gets it out quickly. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Trying to find the end zone, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, LSU! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Love the play design on offense because you get your playmaker, the guy you want with the ball in his hands. You get him open, easy throw for the quarterback. Receiver does the rest, put 6 up on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They put up a couple of field goals so far, but now looking for a way to take a drive all the way to the end zone. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 after the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Lewis wants to pass. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
On third down, he drops to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Moran. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic guys that get after the quarterback. LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
They make the not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
It's really easy to be a quarterback in an offense that runs the football and then runs play action. It makes it simple. It makes the reads easy. It sucks the linebackers and safeties up where I can just make plays right behind them.
Motion from the wideout. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires complete on the crosser. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Fires on the move. Working that left. Explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
He'll throw it. He caught it. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And the extra point puts them on top 21-6.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. From the gun, the running back has it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. He's taking the shot. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite.
Turning it on! And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Hauls it in, looking for space. Slips through the line. Touchdown, Tigers! Stealing a score on special teams.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. From inside the 15, here's the return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Carl. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
He's got his man across the middle. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Lewis to throw. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The Bruins want to pick up the tempo. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Here's the pressure. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena.
LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive. One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Bruins send out the punt unit. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the tailback. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to run for it. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Trying to surprise him with the pass. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
And I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you...
Touchdown, LSU! Fitted in the window for the score.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
LSU 35, UCLA 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Got it in the middle. It's Moran. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Trying play action. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Well, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
If you don't have good vision, you're not going to be a middle-of-the-field safety. You got a lot of ground to cover from hash to hash. You better be able to see the quarterback. You better be able to see routes and break on the football. Nice job seeing the formation, seeing the route, breaking on it.
Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Quarterback may change this route. Trying to beat him to the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to sling it on 2nd down. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football to the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Tigers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. Syracuse packed a wallop today, and in many ways felt like it packed Otto's Army with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead it felt like a walk through the park in central New York. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle.
Breaks into the open. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. The Bruins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run play action. Using the quick game.
The second down pass complete to the wideout. Loss of 3.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Caught close to the marker. It's Moran. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The Bruins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Lewis wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Got room on the return. He's at the 40.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Pass to Stigson, still on his feet. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they... First and goal.
And I feel sorry for this defense. Like, they're having to defend the entire field. QB's already shown he can beat you with his arm. Now with his legs and his decision-making, getting the ball to the pitch, man, he's shown a variety. In this defense, they're having to defend the whole entire field.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Tigers! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
brings up.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
To the ground with the back.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Reads it, fires complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. They'll try the run. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a...
There he goes! They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. And the Bruins are on the move. That's caught. It's McGooligan. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Bruins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for a gap. It's Harper. Look out, he's got room. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the Bruins can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quick completion on the out. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. They still do count it for 6.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the 4th quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know, next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back has it. Got a little space. Got the first down and more. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
Little touch pass to the receiver. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. The give to the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
Here's a throw downfield late. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. After not really playing their best earlier this season,